Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the temple on this cold first day of February. Now, please remember to silence your cell phones if you haven't already done so. You know, we're so glad that you chose to spend some time with us this morning. Those of you here who were brave enough to come out in the cold, and those that are home, bundled up in your blankets and watching us on the internet. You know, it might be cold outside, but here in the temple, love is in the air, right?
Yes, it is.
Good morning, everyone. Let's shed some love, shall we?
Yes.
Y'all know this song. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around.
Everywhere I look around.
Love is in the air. Every sight and every sound.
Every sight and every sound.
And I don't know if I'm being foolish. Don't know if I'm being wise. But it's something February, everyone.
I tried to tell you, love is in the air. Thank you. The temple is a place where you can find peace and love, a place to escape any disharmony and conflict of the outer world. It is our mission here at the temple to assist people in their spiritual awakening and to support them through education, healing, love, and service. And now please stand for the prayer chest.
Infinite radiant source of life, we give thanks for this day to gather today in community. We give thanks for these names that have been so lovingly placed in this box with care and concern. And we know together in one mind and one spirit, those who need healing are healed. Those who have need of supply, they are supplied. Those who have need in their relationships, those are healed. We know that those who have need of some expression out in the world, it is done. And for all of this, we do give thanks in and through your name. Amen.
And now we will have divine healing with Reverend Mary Moore.
So I'd like to invite the healers to come forward, please. And so in the tradition that we had been doing, the first Sunday of every month, we have been inviting everyone to stay in your seat and just be receptive and receive. And so I'd like to do that. So this morning you'll just stay in your seat and I'll kind of set up the room for healing and we'll be ready to feel that healing. So let's just become one. Move into that inner stillness and inner quiet. It's eternally there. It's not just for today or tomorrow, it's always there. The outer world is always changing. Our inner world is changeless. So we just enter into that sacred place within each one of us. Breathing into it, feeling the oneness and the wholeness, that inner sanctuary of peace and calm. And we just invite ourselves to expand our consciousness, expand our awareness, allow the light and the truth and the oneness to come into this room. It's coming in on a brilliant light. And as it does, it comes in down through each one of us, just allowing it to come in, to breathe it in. Allow it to be in us and as us. It just comes through each one of us, clarifying our purpose here on earth, opening our mind to new ideas to express that divinity through us, opening our hearts to oneness, and coming down into the physical body completely and fully, where we love ourselves, perhaps as we've never loved ourselves before. Just feel that radiant light pouring through us, into this room, and into every cell of our being, creating wholeness and wellness and balance. And let's just stay in the silent with everyone seated and just receive what these wonderful healers have to send to you. Just being open and receptive. No agenda, just being open and receptive. We feel that oneness, that wholeness, that wellness. We give thanks for it, always with an open heart of gratitude, and just very gently and lovingly. We give thanks to the healers for being willing to come and express their healing energy. We give thanks for the healing that has taken place in this room, in our soul, in our mind, in our heart, and in our physical structure, and in our life. For where there is the one, all things are available to you, always, always, in all ways. And for this we are grateful. We give thanks, and so it is.
Now we will enjoy music.
What's going on, y'all? You look like you're waiting for something. Would it be us? Oh, hey, Mira. Well, let's do this, shall we? Wait, wait a minute, hold on. We gotta wait for the man. I saw what you did there. See? See? All right, let's do it. Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't take it serious. Life's too mysterious.
You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your toll when you go.
So keep repeating, it's the berries. The strongest oak must fall.
The best things in life to you were just known. So how can you lose what you never owned?
Life is just a bowl of cherries. So let it all. Take it away, Richard.
Oh yeah.
So keep repeating, it's the berries. The strongest oak must fall.
The best things in life to you were just known. So how can you lose what you never owned?
Life is just a bowl of
cherries.
So live it.
Ooh, love it.
Wiggle your ears and think nothing of it. You can't do without it. There's no two ways about it. So live and laugh at it all.
I am so pleased to be able to announce that our speaker this morning is our own Reverend Mary Moore. Her topic is Love is in the Air. When I was trying to remember the first time that I met Mary, and I think it was about 2015, and she did a beautiful talk on grace. And after the service, I was very touched by her sincerity and by her story, because we all have a story. Mary's is pretty special. And afterwards, she gave this little booklet out. Now, it's little, like Mary, but it is so full of wonderful information and prayers. I don't know if there's any more available anymore, but I use this all the time, Mary, and I just wanted you to know that I've kept it all these years. It does in good condition. So my message this morning is taken from Heart and Soul by Daphne Rose Kingma. Life can be miserable. The dwindling dollar, income tax, dental problems, computer glitches, scam phone calls, aging. You never run out of things that have to be dealt with, and they will not give you joy. What will lighten up your life are the sweet things, the small everyday moments that lift your heart, the moments that beautifully touch your soul and make you feel happy. When you identify love through this material world, we lose touch with it if we just concentrate on the material things and not the beauty of it. Nourishment of the heart is personal love, experiencing the beauty of our world, and putting yourself in the presence of love. It's all there to partake when we allow ourselves to experience it. The journey of the soul is not all joy, nor is it all consummated in the light. Just as in a dance, you move forward and back, you choose the directions. So in life, we can choose our direction. I encourage you to choose love, choose joy, and choose peace. And so it is.
Come on, somebody.
That was so beautiful, April. Thank you so much. And thank you to Ascension. I loved your music. Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't we all wish? Don't we all wish? Well, last Sunday, I feel like that was very well received. I called Dr. Moody this week, and he just thanked us so much. He said, please tell them thank you so much, and I love them. And I think he wants to come back. He did not ask, but yeah, I think he wants to. He really liked it here. In the more mature years of his life, I don't think he gets as many invitations as he once did. And he was in the back room as he was getting ready to leave, and he says, oh, this has been so nice. And he and I had a connection. I went to the back room. I had not met him. He had not seen a picture of me. And he was standing back there with Jeremy McDonald, who volunteered to drive him up here. And he just said, hi, Mary. I hadn't even introduced myself. So a very special soul. And I'm grateful that he got to come and be with us. And I don't know if you noticed it or not, but the love in the air while he was here was very high. And I share that as part of a teaching for you, is that I was starting with my my microphone to go back and run the race for him to get questions. And I was very touched as I went back. I was like, wow, all these people, some of which we did not know each other, were gathered together, and there was just so much love and so much support. We came together with a topic that obviously everyone was interested in, and as a result of that, there was lots of love in this room. And I share that with you because I've studied Dr. David Hawkins, and for any of you who don't know, there's a scale of consciousness that he teaches from. And love hits around 500 to 5, unconditional love is 540. And so I felt like that we were touching into about 500 because of all that love. And it wasn't any one person. I felt like it was the accumulation and the synergy of all the group here wanting to seek higher ideas and think about life in new ways and just support each other. And as a result of that, I felt it was very high energy. So I just wanted to tell you that as perhaps a teaching component for those of you who might not be as aware of that. I haven't felt that kind of energy in a room in some time. Very special what happened last week. So love is in the air. And Steve, could you bring up my first slide, please? So when we think about love, David Hawkins teaches us that love is a state of being. Yes, there are lower levels of love, as in, emotional love, love in the connection of a friend or a significant other. Yes, there's love, lots of different kinds of love. But as we evolve as souls, we come into that state of love as a state of being. And that is not so much emotional. To me, it's more like a state of just how you are all the time, as best you can be in that state of love. So when we look at this slide, we see that spirit is number one. That's where we're all one, right? And then we come into our soul and we differentiate as individual souls. We have things that we do. We're a teacher, we're a police officer, whatever. But I was listening to Yogananda's disciple, and she said, I think of soul as purpose. She said, we all have one purpose, and that is to be kind and caring. I thought, wow. She said, no matter what we're doing out there as individuals, the goal is to be kind and caring, and that is our purpose. And I thought so much about how kindness and caring is a much softer sell than love. Love is like, well, what are you talking about? You're going to have sex or peace. Well, there's lots of war out there. I don't know about peace. And joy? Oh, I need to work. I need to be responsible. Very few people want to focus too much on joy. They might have too much fun. So my point is some of these adjectives that we can use, like kindness and caring, are an aspect of love, but they're much can be received and be receptive into our being more easily than love, perhaps. So I just loved it when she said that. Kindness and caring is our purpose. No matter what your mission is in life, no matter what you're doing, try to be kind and caring at all times. Okay, so we come down into the mind. And as we know, the mind is where we begin to form ideas. The heart is that passion and that drive that takes those thoughts and ideas out into the world. And then we come down into this physical being. We do not like to think about this, but how we look and who we are is an aspect of what we've thought about, what we've desired. A thought plus a feeling equals a manifestation in our life. So thought plus feeling equals a manifestation or demonstration in our life. Okay, and then therefore we look however we look. That's an outcome of that. Well, I was researching it, and Amy Cuddy, who is a social psychologist, said that not only do we think and feel and create our body, but how our body is reflects back into our mind. It shapes how we think. Isn't that interesting and refreshing to know that? That how our body is shapes the way we live and shapes how we think and how we are out in the world. So it's important to be, Dr. Hawkins always used to talk about our body. Treat it as a good friend. Treat it as a good friend. And take care of it as best you can. Don't be neurotic. Don't be over obsessive and compulsive about it. Just do the best you can. So anyway, our body is a reflection then of the mind and what we've thought and how we feel. So what are we seeing? We're seeing that we're a whole ecosystem. Hello. What's everybody talking about these days? They're talking about our ecosystem, right? Of our environment, of our environment of our body. And so it shows that we're all whole, that every aspect enters into who and what we are. Everything does. Therefore, we want to be as conscious as we can in our expression of who we are. Steve, I'd love to have the next slide. So this is a picture of Edgar Cayce. And I've said in some of my last talks that Edgar Cayce reminded me, or Leroy reminded me of Edgar Cayce because he would do deep trance like Edgar Cayce. And I just felt like they were both very wise souls, even though Leroy did not have the international acclaim that Edgar Cayce brought. He reminded me a lot of him. So take a good look at that picture, because I have another one for you. And you can change it now whenever you, yes. So this is David Wilcock. David Wilcock knows that he is a reincarnation of Edgar Cayce. Did you notice how their faces resemble? So what am I trying to show you? We create who we are and how we look through our thought and our feeling nature. And there's evidence of it. He looked very close to Edgar Cayce's as a young man. They look very alike. So now in this lifetime, David Wilcock, as I said, I think in my last talk, he is no longer doing that deep trance. He has moved to other things. He is speaking, and I think he's a part of Gaia, which is out in Boulder, Colorado. And he's teaching wisdom teachings. I think that says on there. Wisdom teachings, which is kind of like Madame Blavatsky. It's ancient teachings that he has collated in this lifetime and put together in a book about how we got here, etc., etc. I personally am not that attracted to his teachings, but I have followed him at a distance from time to time just to see what he was doing. So I'm just trying to make that point that what we think and what we feel, we create in our life. And I thought that was great evidence of that because I saw the similarity and I thought you would see it as well easily. So as we work this idea of living our life from love as best we can, I always used to love it. When Dr. Hawkins talked, he would be over here at a round table. Susan would be back here. The students would be coming across to get their books autographed and go off on the other side. And someone would be lamenting their life, whatever it was. And Susan would say, you know what? It's awfully hard to be in one of these physical bodies and be spiritual. Very hard, very hard. And she said very little because he was the master teacher. He was the wise one. But I always loved it when she talked because she brought it right down here where the rubber hit the road and where our cleats were in the soil, and we were trying to do the best we could. And she would come with great compassion. Well, of course, behind the scenes, there were people who talked about her. She's this, she's that. I don't even know what they said because I didn't even want to get involved with it. But I know that she was difficult, but she was dealing with a very difficult situation. She had a publishing company in her house. Can you imagine? And then she was taking care of him, and all he drank was espresso, diet soda, and smoked organic cigarettes. He had left the earth plane, but had chosen to still be here with us. And once in a while, she would say to him, you've got to eat something, Dave, or you're going to leave us. So he would eat a bowl of oatmeal or something. He had lost his desire for food. It was not interesting. It was nothing he wanted to do about food. But when she would encourage him to eat, he would eat. So he stayed here until about 81 or 82. It was 2011. Anyway. All right, so here we are. We're walking our individual paths, trying to figure out how to do this. One of the things that I oftentimes emphasize in my teaching from the platform is what you sow is what you reap. And what's happened in my life is that I went to a wedding to my extended family. And my nieces and nephews came up to me and said, "What happened to your brother?" What happened? I don't know. Because they didn't know. I had grown up in the same household. They thought I might have some wisdom. So I watched my brother and sister-in-law be pretty judgmental and harsh. And I would go and they would be criticizing everybody as if they had all the answers to the whole universe. And then I would do my sisterly duty, because if I said anything, I would be told to be quiet, in essence. So anyway, I listened, and I didn't say anything. And then I left, and I went to my other brother's house. And my brother and sister-in-law, she was into music, so they'd be listening to something with music on TV, or they'd be listening to an old Western, nothing controversial. They never said anything bad about anybody. I go, shoo, made it. Okay, so now they're in their late 80s. And I'm watching how they've lived their life, and it's like... And so before my brother died in 2022, the one that I have enjoyed being with so much, we had a conversation about our older brother. And he said, he's getting ready to make his will and his trust and make provisions for when he leaves this earth. And so we talked about what he was choosing to do, and we both thought it was the most horrible idea we'd ever heard in our life. And I said to my brother on the phone, I said, he died in August, but at that time I didn't know that was going to happen. And I said to my brother, I said, "Do you think I should talk to him?" "Oh, no." He said, "He will say horrible things to you, probably throw you out of his house, and then it won't change anything." That's the part I heard. It won't change anything. So I've seen him a couple of times since then, haven't said a word. He and my sister-in-law don't even think I know anything about it. I got all kinds of people to talk to me, telling me what's going on, so I know a lot. But anyway, so here they are in their elder years, and they turned all of their property into the hands of their youngest son. Bad idea. And they signed a land contract, which the son wanted them to sign, so that he could have some control and feel like he had control, et cetera, et cetera. And so now he's threatening to throw them out of their home. It's a very horrible situation, and it's just like goes to the heart. But anyway, they're still in their home, and I don't think he'll do that. The other two children are really not speaking to him anymore because they've been so unkind. They have nothing to say. The two older children, it's a boy and a girl, and they are Christians. And so there was something posted on X about how my brother was a narcissist. And so my niece texts the person who put it up there and said, "Who are you talking about?" "Your father." And she said, "I'm just trying to treat our parents with kindness as they walk through their elder years, and hope that before they leave, they know Jesus." I thought that was really a very soft way. Both of these two older children are Christians, and they're very committed to that path. And she's just trying to figure out how to treat her parents in their elder years and concerned about them not knowing Jesus. And I understand their concern because they haven't been the softest, sweetest people in the world. So what's my purpose and what I'm trying to say this morning? The love is inside of us, and it can only come out and be expressed to whatever degree we are committed to that. My brother and his wife are now reaping this. I mean, they're very upset about these happenings. And so they'll work through it. And there's not a thing I can do. And I see that. I'm not in the lineage. I'm not due to inherit anything. They feel like they know everything. But wow, I think they're really shaken because they thought they knew everything, and now all of a sudden it looks like they might not. Oh, okay. That's an awakening. So but thanks to Andrea, I talked in her last workshop, and she had me come up here and sit down. And I went to a place where she took me, and it was about love. It was that place of love inside me. And she just tried to show me, how can I stay in love with these two people? How do I do it? Okay, good question. So when she finished working with me, though, I felt like I could be in a place of love and they could be just whoever they were. Well, I went this past summer in August. My older brother has had a health condition, and I thought I might not see him again. And I may not, because I'm busy. I'm doing other things now. But when I went, I knew it might be the last time that I saw him. And he had been sleeping a lot and so forth. And the day that I went, it was almost as if God had planned it. The day I went, he was awake, alert, and conversant with me. I mean, who would make that up? Prior to that, he had been sleeping a lot. So we had the best conversation, I think, that we've had in a long time with he and his wife. And because of Andrea, I stayed in that loving place. I was looking at my phone, though. I mean, like, how much longer do I have to stay? I'm just being honest. I was a good girl. I really was good. However, I was looking to see how soon can I leave before I've done my duty here. But I went specifically to see him, so I was on a mission, and I wanted to make sure I did that. And I think I accomplished it. And thanks to Andrea, I came back and I told her, we had a good time. It was one of the times when we were just, I felt like all three of us were reaching out to each other, not in words, but in energy, just trying to be good to each other, trying to be kind. I have actually not received the brunt of his harshness one time, but other than that, it's everybody around him that lives around him. So I'm pretty neutral. But anyway, it comes back to that place where we realize it's important that we endeavor to have good relations with everyone, because we are going to have that come back at some point, in some way, in some form. Last night, my granddaughter is in North Carolina in college, and she's having a great time in the snow. And so she sent me this video of her sliding in the snow. And I said, oh, you are so sweet. And she said, of course. Like, of course I would send that to you. You know, you don't have to, like, make a big deal about it. But I was just like, I have tried so hard. I think I heard from Hawkins. I studied with him for a full decade while he was here doing his work. And I went out there like 5 times to see him. And so I kept making this increasing commitment to my spiritual growth as best I could and living it as tight as I could without being rigid, but just constantly focused on what do I need to do to grow spiritually. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I feel like the work I've done internally is now coming back to me through my granddaughter, who cares enough. She's studying, she's working hard, but she knew her grandmother would enjoy seeing her take a sleigh ride in the snow and be videotaped. And so she was thoughtful enough to send that to me. See, I'm just talking about results. What you're doing on the inside comes out in some form. It's worthy of working on this inside and seeing what we can give to others, and it will come back, pressed down, shaken together, and running over through us. So it's very important that we stay in that presence of love as much as we can. I have a reading for you this morning. It is one of my favorite readings, and when I start reading, you will understand that Khalil Gibran and I are like this. We're buds. We are buds. And I feel like I was there when he wrote this. I'm talking about in that spiritual space. So I'd like to close this morning with this. It's from the prophet Khalil Gibran, and I use this in weddings and in memorial services because I totally believe who we love and our loving nature will draw and attract us to the people that are meant to be with us in any future experience that we have. So it's important that we work on love because that makes a difference who's going to be in our life. And I think it's very reassuring when people pass over or into the next experience of life to be reminded love is the essence. Love is the link that keeps us together. Love will keep us together, right? All right. So this is the prophet. And let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it be like a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow. Okay, so now it's Ascension, I believe, right? Love is my decision. Yes.
And Ascension. So I just wanted to point out that insert in your order of service. In this last song, we're going to sing together. Now, some of you I know it already, and some of you don't, so you'll be hearing it for the first time, but it's the same melody in every verse. So we're going to also ask Daniel Nahmod to sing with us.
Yeah, sure.
So would the ushers please come forward? Sorry, got
no,
out.
we got to get that going, absolutely. So take out your insert. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry. I'm so...
I know you are. Infinite radiant spirit, we give thanks for the gifts that are about to be given. We ask that you bless them and multiply them. We ask that the board be good stewards of these resources for our church and our community, and for this we give thanks. Amen. Now love is our decision.
All right. So go ahead and take the insert out, and everybody please stand up. And we are going to sing this song. You may just have to listen the first time round, but you'll catch on. Good, I'm glad you've got it close. Turn that up, Steve, if you would. Make sure everybody can hear it real well. Here we go. Love is my decision. It's up to me to give all my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And
once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now.
Verse 3.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. My decision, right here and now.
Nice job.
Have a good day, everybody. Thanks,
Stay
y'all.
warm.
See you next week.